Welcome to another Realtor Spotlight. This week's guest is my friend, Lisa Hawkins. Lisa,
Hey,
it's good to have you.
good to be here.
Yeah, is this not something you do normally, or
Never,
no?
ever.
I don't think anybody's really accustomed to doing this.
Yeah.
But tried to get you on for months. Took a while.
Mm-hmm.
What was the hang up?
My hair.
Your hair.
My
Okay.
hair.
All right. Well, it looks great.
Thank you.
Yeah,
What?
it's a project.
It is a 5-hour project. It's actually a 2-day project.
Right. You
Yeah.
get to know that person.
I love my braid lady.
So okay.
I know. I've known her since I was expecting with Donovan, so about 20 years.
She's done your hair for 20
Off
years?
and on. Like, I just went back to braids recently.
Where is this? Is this in...
She is in Midwest City.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So you go there early?
I usually go there in the afternoon because it takes me a while to do what I have to do. Then I go see her the next day.
What do you have to do?
Wash it, condition it, color it, trim it, flat iron it, and then go see her the next day to put it all back in.
I should take it. We take it for granted how easy it is.
Totally take it for granted what I have. Yeah, it's crazy.
And if you didn't do all that, what?
I'd look a hot mess.
It would just be...
I think I would look a hot mess.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. I think that's what I would look like.
A hot mess.
I'd be a hot mess, which I'd be fine with.
No, I cannot be I'm in front of folks every day.
Okay.
I can't look a hot mess.
All right. That's good. So we've worked together for how long?
I was thinking about this the other day. Donovan is going to be 20. I want to say 19 years.
So you had him while you were...
I think I had just had him, and I think we started in 2004, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, and so he was little when I
Right.
started working for you.
We were at the KW office at 104th.
Keller Williams, yes.
And you were there at that office? You worked?
I was.
We had two. Didn't we knock a hole in the wall?
Yes.
Yeah.
Actually, I think you guys had already done all of that
Okay.
when I got there.
Right.
I was right after Sarah.
Sarah DeRocco.
Yeah.
That's right. I forgot about
Yeah.
her. I didn't forget about her.
Yeah.
Yes, she was great.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you didn't know anything about real estate?
Not a clue.
Yeah. So,
Not a clue.
When you got into it, the one funniest thing I remember about you was, you probably know what I'm going to say.
I totally remember.
Yeah. You didn't know the difference between a fax machine
Yes.
or a printer.
Yes.
So you've come a long way.
A long way.
Yeah,
A
yeah.
long way. Like, I'm like, how do you know what to do, when to do it? And now I'm like, I know what to do.
You know what to do.
I know what to do.
So now you pretty much run the entire place.
I somewhat, a
You
little
run
bit.
it, yeah, until there's something you don't want to do. And
A little bit.
then
Then
I
I'll be
get
like,
it.
what?
Yeah.
Help.
Right, I get it.
hmm
So what is it you do? What do you do at the office?
I pretty much read the contracts, make sure that there's dates and signatures and initials on the purchase contracts. And then when they need to be corrected, I send them out to the associates and basically spell out exactly what needs to be corrected.
Right.
And then I send out the DAs. We get all the associates paid. And I greet them when they come in and love all of my associates. I usually, I'm always like, Chaz, or whenever they walk in.
Right,
I'm
right.
just happy to see them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you're minimizing what you do there. I think if you think through that, or at least from my perspective, I would have never said you read contracts. I would have never said you send off DAs.
Yeah.
Those are things that I don't, anybody could do that. I think what you do in our office is so much more. I think that, and I think I have said this many times myself, whether or not it would happen or not, I don't know if it's true, but I've said it, that if you quit, I quit.
I've heard that.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So I think that's how important you are to me. I know you're that important to the whole brokerage and to that, but to me, you mean so much more than a DA or
Appreciate that.
I think that I was thinking this morning about the things about you and my relationship with you, and what you have taught me as a person has been as much. I can't think of anybody has had as much influence over my life, over my opinions. Not that you're, or whatever. I just think that is priceless to what I've received from you. So I don't know what I've done for you.
I feel this exact same way.
Anyway, but I do
Absolutely.
appreciate that about you as a person. I think that, you are the person that keeps everything together.
Thanks. What?
we could go on and on about all the different personalities that are in there, but I think you're definitely the foundation of what we have there.
I appreciate that.
So, and that's great. So, personally, where'd you start? Where were you born?
So I was born in the U.S. Virgin Islands, the island of St. Thomas.
Okay.
Moved to California in the third grade. My sister lived out there. She was in the Air Force, Army. And my dad went out there for a visit one day or with me and my brother, and he was like, we're moving to California. So I've lived in third grade.
So how many moved? How many people were?
Moved as far as when
Your
we
mom
moved.
and dad?
My mom and dad and my brother and myself. My other brother had already been there. He had kind of moved there to live with my sister prior to us moving there.
Okay.
And grew up in California. Met and married my husband there in 91.
Well, hey, a minute, you jumped from third grade
Did
to
I
marriage.
jump?
So California, you liked it?
Loved California.
In what part?
It's called the Inland Empire. I grew up in San Bernardino.
Okay.
Went to Redlands High School, graduated from there.
And that's near LA?
It's kind of like, it's closer to like Palm Springs, like you're leaving the LA area. They call it the Inland Empire.
Okay.
And so I grew up out there and graduated from Redlands High School.
Redlands?
Redlands High School.
They have a Redlands in southeast Oklahoma.
They do. They
Not
do.
the same?
Not the same.
No?
Not
Okay.
the same.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
So was the whole California experience what people think it is? It was.
I loved it. I mean, you could go to the beach, you could go to the snow, you could go to the mountains. It's just every climate that you could think of. I loved living there.
What did your dad do when he went out there? Did he have a job?
My dad was he was a carpenter. He was a handyman for one of the biggest Seventh-day Adventist hospitals in the state of California. Actually, in the country, it's called Loma Linda University.
Okay.
They did the first baboon heart transplant.
I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He worked for them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Seventh-day Adventist.
Seventh-day. I grew up Seventh-day Adventist.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's only Saturdays.
Only Saturdays.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. What was it? Why Saturday?
So basically, there's I never went to any proms. It's you rested when the sun set on Friday. You didn't do anything. No labor. It's just you. It's just rest. And then we got up the next day.
Did you watch TV?
No TV. Nothing.
What did you guys do on a Saturday?
Nothing. It was just. Usually I'm on the phone,
curtains?
just on the phone. Like you don't do anything.
You could get on the phone.
I would get on the phone and just talk to my friends.
But you couldn't watch TV.
You couldn't watch TV.
No college football.
I never went to any Friday night football games. I never went to prom. I never went to any of that stuff.
I never knew that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And how did that affect your growing up, or did your relationships? Was Roseanne Seventh Day?
Roseanne, yeah, met my best friend.
She was Seventh Day?
So we were all Seventh Day Adventists.
Is she still?
Yep. She is.
And she goes?
I think so. I think she still, she goes occasionally. As far as affecting me, I felt like it probably caused me to be sneaky and to like do things that Seventh-day Adventists didn't want you to do, like sneak out of the house, wear jewelry, that kind of stuff was like,
Interesting.
So, it was,
Interesting. So was your mom involved?
My mom was Seventh-day Adventist,
But was she involved when she wasn't in when she lived here, was she?
She wasn't. When she moved here, we were like, we're going to church on Sundays.
Where did she go when she hasn't always been in California since you left?
She moved back home to the British Virgin Islands.
Okay.
Yeah.
She's British.
Yeah.
You or U.S.?
I'm U.S. and all my other family members are British.
And what's the difference between the two? I know that where their origins
So the territories are ran by, like St. Thomas is from the U.S. Virgin Islands.
Okay.
And they live on the island of Tortola and Virgin Gorda, and that is British territory. Like England is their government.
What's the distinct difference between the two?
Other than, I mean, they're pretty much the same. It's just that their government is different. Their laws are different.
Okay.
Yeah, everything is ran by the British government on their end.
Okay.
Yeah.
People are virtually the same, though. I mean,
virtually the same. Their accents are quite different.
Really?
You could definitely tell.
How far are they from each other?
You mean as far as the language or
the islands?
It's about a 45-minute boat ride from St. Thomas to Tortola, which is the main island of all of the islands, the British islands.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you went back a couple years ago.
I went back actually last year, almost a year ago, laid my mom to rest. Yeah.
Okay.
She was laid to rest on the island of Virgin Gorda.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Okay. kids,
I have 4 kids.
right?
Veronique, Veray, Venice, and
Why
Donovan.
all these?
It started off that way. I just
And Donovan, like, oh, let's just throw it in the middle of
Well,
the name.
Donovan, cool thing is that Donovan is my maiden name.
Okay,
So my
that I
girlfriend
get
was,
it. Okay, that
yeah,
makes sense. Yeah,
yeah. So, and there's a V in there.
right.
So,
Okay,
yeah,
all right. Yeah, Veronique, Venice, and don't
Veray.
Beret. I knew that.
Veray.
Yeah, yeah. And they're all
Yeah,
spelled awkwardly.
they are.
Yeah.
They are.
Okay. Why?
It's weird because we didn't start off with like, oh, we love the V's. It just started with Veronique and then it just kind of snowballed.
Has
Like,
anybody ever met another Venice, or is she the only Venice out?
no, there's an author, Venice Berry, that I'm actually friends with on Facebook.
Okay.
Yep.
Because of that, or how?
No, she's just a really good author.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So you started real estate.
I
You had your
did.
license at one time.
I did.
I don't
So the
remember.
reason why we got the license was so that I could give, when folks called in on particular listings, that I could give them the price.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be licensed in the state of Oklahoma
Right.
to give sales
Right.
price on homes. Yeah.
Right. So what has changed since you started to now? What are you doing differently, or how's your job changed,
I
or
was
has it?
just telling someone the other day, like when we first started, there was carbon copies of the contract that you had to make sure you
Mm-hmm.
pressed really firm. Top copy went to this broker and the second copy went to the buyer. And I
Right.
said, now everything is all digital and
Right.
it's online. And yeah, I remember those days.
Is it easier now?
It's so much easier.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So
Okay.
much easier. Because you had to go hand deliver those copies to all the parties involved. Now it's like,
You could fax them.
we don't do fax
You
anymore.
could have faxed
You
them.
you could, but yeah.
Uh-huh.
But
Interesting.
yeah.
Right. So can you imagine, did you know when you were a kid, or when you were going to be in real estate, and that was
Had
going to
no
be,
clue. I had
yeah.
no clue.
What do you like
I
about
wanted to be a psychiatrist.
it? Oh,
Just I was like, I want to listen to people's problems. But
uh-huh.
that
And you
never.
kind of still do it.
Yeah.
I know I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
half of my
Yeah.
job. Yeah. Is hearing, it's not about the contract. It's not
Yeah.
about how to close it. It's about that person made me mad, and
Yes.
what do I do about it?
Absolutely. Then
Yeah.
I'll say, call your broker.
Okay. Yeah, that's funny.
When they call me, I'm like, call Wit.
Right. Right. So, what's something about you? This is, I don't want to finish it here, but I'm curious. What's something about you? Maybe I know, or maybe I don't, that most people don't know about you.
I thought about this question the other day.
Okay.
I don't know if most people know that my middle name is the name of a car, Mercedes. I don't
I
know.
think they
Did
know
you know
Mercedes
that?
is the car. I think
Well, that's my my
oh,
middle
we didn't know
name.
your middle name
My
was,
middle name
okay.
is Mercedes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I couldn't think of anything
why
else.
would they name you Mercedes?
It's actually my mom's middle name.
Okay.
Yeah, and I don't need.
Why would they name her?
I have no
Mercedes?
clue. Like how, and my mom was in her 80s, so they were way. I don't know how old Mercedes is as a company.
Well, I wonder what the
but
word means, because
I have no clue.
interesting. I'm
Yeah.
gonna have to look that one up.
Yeah,
So that's what people don't know, is that's your middle
that's
name.
all I could think of. I couldn't
Really?
think of anything else that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Reg, you guys met how?
We met he was in the military. He
Right.
was at the Air Force Base right up the street from my house.
And he's from Louisiana.
He is from Louisiana by the way of Texas. Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah.
you went to high school where?
He went to high school.
Uh-huh.
He went to LaPorte High School in
That's
LaPorte, Texas.
Oh, Texas.
Yep. But he
Okay.
went to like elementary school in Lake Charles, and they moved between Lake Charles and Texas.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So your kids have moved out.
Yes.
Just the
except
two
for
of you.
one. I have one left.
Well, Donovan's still around.
Donovan's left.
But how's life different for you two guys now that?
We do a lot more stuff.
Yeah.
We're always gone. People are like, you're always gone somewhere. We just, we lost both of our moms the last 2 years. I
Yeah.
lost my mom last year, his mom the year prior.
And they lived
So
with you,
They lived with both.
which
They lived
was
with us.
admirable.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
We
was.
called them our elderly children.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it is full circle. They raised you. Now you're
They
taking
were
care of
fighting.
them.
Didn't they fight and
They
argue?
were spicy. They
Yeah.
were very spicy.
Uh huh.
Yeah.
Who was spicier?
Probably Reg's mom. That Kate, the Louisiana in her was
She
spicy.
was younger, right?
She was
Like 10
younger.
years younger.
Like I think 9 years younger than my mom.
Uh-huh. Do you
Hmm.
think they liked each other?
I think they did. They actually knew each other prior to us taking them in and
Oh, okay.
them living with us. And I think it was just the dynamics of the close quarters, that they were like, one person liked the TV on all the time. My mom was like, I need the TV off. So it was just a lot.
Did you find yourself becoming impatient with all that at times, or were you pretty good with it?
Yeah, sometimes Reg was pretty good at just kind of getting in there and just sitting down and talking with them, and I'm just kind of like sitting there, like, yeah, whatever he
I
said.
think you do that a lot with
Yeah,
anything. Yeah,
yes,
yeah, I can
yeah,
see that.
absolutely.
Uh-huh. Well, that's great. Yeah, I mean, when you guys took them in, and I think it lasted longer than you had thought, or
Yeah,
maybe you didn't even know
we
it was
were
going to become what it was.
absolutely blessed to have them.
Okay,
It
that's a great
was,
way to look
yeah,
at it.
it
Or
was
I guess you didn't have to
because
think about
when I married Reg, we kind of just they went to the British Virgin Islands and we went to Oklahoma,
it. Yeah,
so just kind of taking care of them their last years with us was
right,
just, to me, it was a blessing. Like
right,
I have no regrets.
right. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I asked around uh, the some of the agents in the office. I said,
Hmm.
when you think of Lisa, what do you think of? I got she's the sweetest person I know. She's the glue that holds things together. And the one person that I thought was the most interesting, I said, what is it?
Hmm.
And they said shoes.
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 Yeah.
So, and then of course, every time I go to the mailbox, it's either that.
It's not shoes. It's more clothes right now.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. Yeah, just as long as you let us know what the price is when you buy it,
Yes.
we're good. So,
Yes.
anything else?
That's it.
All right. It was great to have you.
Thank
Finally.
you.
All
Thanks,
right.
Wet.
See you next week.